win are all the New England states, New Hampshire, Connecticut, Vermont, Massachusetts, Rhode Island, honest to goodness, and North Dakota. Everybody else wants the Eagles to win. They did a survey.
See.
All right. That's okay.
Hey, everybody out there, if y'all on this video, go ahead and like this video, share this video, tag a man, and then put who you think is going to win the Super Bowl, and we can call that out as well.
Oh, look,
but
Patriots on there.
Yeah, Kim.
Dallas.
Somebody said Dallas. Come on now, they're not even in the Super Bowl. Stop it. Just stop it. That's called denial. They get denial. But so we can get started. I won't hold you long, and everybody else won't hold you long as well. But I wanted to introduce another one of the men's conference Empower You speakers. My brother Roland Manny. He is from that state of Boston. And but he's now here in the great city of Central Ohio, and so he's gonna. I just wanted to introduce you to again one of their speakers, and he's gonna just tell you a little bit about himself, and then I'll tell you about the topic that he will specifically be speaking on, and then we're just going to get it going from there. But welcome, Roland, and just tell us a little bit about yourself, man.
Well, thanks for having me on. I appreciate it. And I look forward to doing this event with you. And it's funny how things work out. You know, when you going after a common cause, people's paths just cross. You know, and that's really pretty cool. But real quickly about me, I'm originally from Massachusetts. I lived there my whole life. I'm a single dad. Well, I was a single dad. I got married 5 years ago to my wife Julie out here in Ohio. But prior to that, I had been a single dad till my daughter was, she's 17 years old, I think. From 3 to 17, I was a single dad, took care of her, went through some challenges. She got pregnant at a very young age, and just supported her all I could. And before I got involved in the industry that I'm in now, in the wellness and the wellness industry and mindset, I was a prison guide for 10 years back in Massachusetts, and it just wasn't something I wanted to do. You know, the pay was good, the job security was good. When crime goes up, when the economy's good, crime goes up. When the economy's bad, crime goes up. But when there's something else you want to do with your life, you just gotta do it sometimes. So I was doing my Herbalife, my network marketing business part-time, and then when they told me I couldn't have Christmas off with my daughter when she was 3 years old, I decided that I had to take control of my own life and take a chance and do what I really love to do. And so here I am, and I will tell you this: before I got involved with network marketing and Herbalife and stuff, I wouldn't talk in front of anybody. But because of that, and because of the personal development and the ability to change people's lives with our stories, really our stories can be the key that unlocks somebody else's prison. We got to be able to share our story to change people's lives. I got involved with speaking with Dr. Ruben West and stuff, and through the encouragement of my wife, and it's completely changed things.
So tell us. You gotta tell us about that story about how you got into this with your wife and how she made things happen.
Oh, it was a pretty cool thing because Julie, I met her. This is all this story, but I met her in 1984 in spring break in Fort Lauderdale. Actually, she's from Ohio. I'm from Massachusetts, and then Facebook is things we reconnected, and then we stayed in touch. She came to see me a couple times as friends, and she saw how much I loved listening to personal development. Jim Rohn, Les Brown, Zig Ziglar, some of these, but especially Les Brown at the time. And then, matter of fact, she's a very successful businesswoman, but she never had heard of personal development. So when she came out here, like when she would leave me in Massachusetts and come back here to Ohio, she would start listening to it. So then the weekend of Hurricane Sandy, I made a decision to move out to Ohio. And the following, it was right before Thanksgiving, actually, she said, listen, do you want to go see Les Brown? Now I'm thinking, I saw Les Brown in front of 30,000 people with Herbalife, and he filled the Georgia Dome, 90-something thousand people, and everywhere he had these huge audiences. So I said, well, Julie, where's he going to be? She said, he's going to be right down at the Hilton, I think it is, right downtown Columbus. So I said, really? And my next question was this: how much was it? And something, I didn't care, but that's really right. What do we usually, when you tell somebody to buy a book? How much is it? You want to go to an event? How much is it? Instead of saying, how much is it worth? You know what I mean? To go, And when she told me it was $20, I said, no way. So I got there, and I got there 3 hours early because I figured it was going to be this big, huge event. And bottom line, there's about 80 people. And it was like you and I talking. He was standing right there, and Les is going to have it of going into the audience if it's small, and he puts his hands on different people, you know, on their shoulders. He did all that stuff, and then took some pictures. And when I came home, Julie said, what did you think? And I said, yeah, I loved it. I said, I wish I could do that. And she said, why don't you? And I said, well, I'm not good enough. And she said, yeah, you are. And I said, no, Julie. I said, no one's going to listen to me. Nobody. And she said, no, somebody will listen to you. And I said, no, I'm not doing it. And she's like, I can't believe you're talking like that. I said, well, that's just, I'm not good enough. And that was it. Like, I never said another word. And a couple months later, she called me up. She goes, hey, if your phone rings, answer it. So I answered the phone, and he says, is this Roland? I said, yes, sir. And I said, who's this? He goes, Les Brown. I said, no way, Les Brown. I said, how'd you get my number? She said, oh, your wife's been emailing me and calling me for the last 2 months trying to get me to call you. So
see,
that was it. That was it. And I went and met with him in Florida, and I met Ruben West, and him and I really have been best friends ever since, pretty much ever since. And you know, it's because like minds think alike, and when people are going in the same direction, you can only hang around with, you know, like they say, keep your circle small because your life becomes bigger. When your friends become less, your life becomes more, and it's absolutely true. You get more value if you have less friends.
That's true. That's true. That's people. That's why I'm trying to get in his circle, their circle. Because listen, we going places. We going places.
Yeah, it's so much fun. And we're all trying to do the same thing. Just touch one single person. If we can change one person's life and do it over and over again, we can change that. You know, you just got to have the courage to do it, even if you don't know it all.
That's good. That's good. That's good. Well, let's so your topic is actually going to be about follow through, and the just to give it a little snippet is quote by Zig Ziglar states that it is character that gets us out of bed, commitment that moves us into action, and discipline that enables us to follow through. In order for us to be the best men or people that we can be, we must be intentional about being men of integrity and character who are doubly committed and not scared to follow through. So, listen, it's about to go down. So any thoughts? Any first thoughts?
Well, you know something, I mean, that could be so much, right? That could be like with your job and your family, and it can be just with your commitment, make a commitment to your commitment to do what you say you're going to do. But I really think what really comes to my mind is, you know, as you know my story, I think you know most of it. I have like I said, I was a single dad. You know, I was a full-time dad. My daughter was brought up in a good Christian family, good moral values, and at 15 years old, she told me she was pregnant. You know, and I never expected my 15-year-old daughter to tell me she was pregnant. And you know, there's a lot of avenues you could take at that point. You know what I mean? You could say, well, you're not going to have the baby. You threw your life away. Whatever it is. But if you're committed to being a good friend, if you're committed to being a good, like committed to your craft, or committed to what you believe in, you're going to make it through the tough times. You know, and there were people that told her not to have the baby. You know, and I told her right away, let's do it, whatever it takes. You know, and it wasn't easy, Kenston. And I think what we have to realize in life, that not everything in life that's hard is going to be worth it, but anything in life that's worth it is going to be hard. And I told her that it was going to be hard. And I think, you know, without a doubt, I mean, we wouldn't change a thing. It was hard. Life is hard. You got to go through the struggles. But if you really believe in something and you're going to stick by somebody no matter what, you'll do whatever it takes, and you're going to follow through.
That's good. That's good. And that's exactly what we got to do. You know, through at all that adversity, we have to follow through. Got to.
Yeah. And you know, I always, one of the things that first came to mind with me was and I'll share some of this at the event, but I'll give you guys some of it now. But what I looked at was, because that knocked me out. You know, I was at the Patriots. I was watching the Patriots play the Miami Dolphins, September 21st, 2009. That's the day she sent me the text message and told me she was pregnant. And believe me, there was 50,000 fans, but I felt like there was nobody there but me. You know, what do we do, Kenston, when adversity strikes? What do? We look at all the negative stuff, right? You know, if somebody tells you, hey, I'm going to call you on my way home, and they don't call, what do we think? I hope they didn't get in an accident. I hope this didn't happen. Whatever it is. So our minds always drift that way. And I think a lot of times we let our minds drift and take us away from what we're committed to doing. But what I realized was, you know, life, there's the same characters in your life are in a boxing match. You get the opponent that's trying to knock you out. When you get back up, trying to knock you out again. And then you get the referee that's trying to count you out. You know, and a lot of times we count ourselves out when things don't go our way. And then there's the people in the you know, there's always fans, right? You always got to have the fans. What are they there to see? A fight. And guess what they're getting to see? Wait to see somebody get knocked out. And a lot of times in life, and it's so hard to comprehend sometimes, we don't want to believe it, but so many times the people that are in the arena of your life that are waiting to see somebody get knocked out is your friends and your family.
Wow.
It's your friends and your family.
Wow.
And if you know, and it was at that moment that I realized the most important in the ring in any fight is the trainer in the corner, because he's the one that believed in you from day one. You telling him you're going to win that fight if he trains you. And when I saw my daughter, I was flat on my back. I saw my daughter in my corner saying, Dad, I don't need you to be there when I'm scoring 35 points a game, because she was a great basketball player. I need you now. You know, and I think we got to realize Muhammad Ali said that the canvas is no place for a champion. And I think in life, if you want to make it follow through, you got to be a champion.
That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. I'm excited, yo. So tell me, why should men get locked into this conference?
You know, because our stories, you know, the two of us that are on, other people's stories that are going to be there could be the key that unlocks their prison. Like whatever their prison, they could be a prison of their mind, a prison of their past, whatever it is. And things don't just happen. Things happen just. Dr. Ruben West says again, coincidence is a God's way of staying anonymous. So there's a reason why they might be watching this video or any of the ones that we've been posting, or maybe seeing a post on Facebook or an invitation somewhere, and it could just be a turning point in their life. And I think if they're looking, because most people are looking, but they can't you know what I mean? They can pray about it, but they got to take action too. You know, Dr. West always is one of the things he says in school, they teach you the lesson and then you take the test. In life, you get the test, and then you learn the lesson. And I think this, you know, maybe some guys that are listening to this have been through the test, and now they're going to get you know, this could be a lesson that could help them continue. So I think it's going to be a great thing. Yeah, I think it's going to be a great thing. And I think we can really change some people's lives if they're willing to change themselves.
Exactly. And that's good. That's good. So fellas, listen, we're ready. And if you're ready, whether you're ready or not, take the step. And as I say, we're serving two different types of men, and men who are striving and really want to increase their level of effectiveness. And the other man, if you feel you already arrived, then we need you there as well, because you need to help us, and we iron sharpening iron. We can work together, all for the betterment of our homes, our communities, our churches. Anything we're a part of is affected by how we show up. So why not come together with a great group of people, great group of men that are all striving to become even better?
Yeah, and I think it's a group of people that are willing to get together to help other people become better. And that's the only way, like you said, iron sharpens iron. So, and not just that, but like, all right, so there's a few people that are going to be sharing their story or whatever, but some of the best conversations, life-changing conversations, are going to happen amongst the people that are in the room together, not even from the front of the room, but standing in a corner and talking, or maybe sitting at a table and talking.
Exactly.
And that's where I mean, look, how did you and I meet?
Yeah.
Right? We didn't just meet out. It's because I was talking to somebody else, told them what my plan was. He said, I got to introduce you to somebody that's their plan. And then I told you, I said, I got to get you to meet Dr. West because that's his plan. And that's how things happen. Things don't, you know what I mean? It doesn't just happen. Things happen just. But it's all a matter because we chose you chose to come to Panera Bread and meet with me.
Yeah.
Right?
Position.
So you had to do something. And I had to do something. I had to show up too. So we have to, the biggest thing is we have to move. You know, so many times people say, well, I'll go to an event when all my ducks are in a row, when everything's lined up and everything's perfect, then I'm going to get to the event. Listen, I live near a pond. Ducks don't get in a row. They don't just get in a row, Kenston. The first thing they got to do is
Yeah.
move. So if you
They
want
gotta
your ducks to
move.
get in a row, get to the conference, and your life will start to move. So
That's good.
I think that's
That's
the biggest
good.
thing. You got to move.
And that's, when, whether people of faith or not of faith, it says faith without works is dead.
Yes.
So you gotta move.
Yeah. You
You
got to
gotta
move.
act. And all we're saying is lock in with us, and it's going to be an amazing year. So we just want you to we want to take everybody with us, but we only know that people will take action. So hopefully you will be the one that takes action, and let's do this. Let's do this together. This is
Yeah.
a life journey. It's not one conference. This is just the beginning. So let's lock in now.
Yeah.
Anything else?
I just think, you know what? I just think I'm honored to be part of this with you. I thank you for inviting me to do this. And, I still have a lot to learn. So I'm not just going to share my story, but I'm going to get some stories, because there's going to be some people. I mean, it's amazing. It's amazing. Like when Dr. West has his events and stuff, it's amazing that the struggles that people are going through and the breakthroughs that they can have, and I think somebody, I don't care if it's just one person, Kenston, somebody's life is going to change on that date, and it's going to affect a lot of people's lives forever.
Yep.
Forever.
And that's my man. That is my honest to goodness prayer, and hope. And I know it's gonna happen. I know it's gonna happen. Even if it's me, because I'm gonna be like this. What you say?
Yeah, absolutely.
Hold on. Can you say that again? Because I'm. Listen, we all growing. We all growing, and we're all thriving. And I just hope that everybody has that heart, an open heart, because it's not about us. None of the speakers has the bad pride, I call it. That are over themselves. We don't have time for that. All we're trying to do is make a difference and an impact in people's lives to cause true transformation to take place, and that their homes will be better, their communities will be better, everything will be better. But it's for us as men to get in line and get aligned with, doing greater. And it's gonna be good. I'm excited, man.
Yeah,
I'm
excited.
excited.
Something I'm looking forward to it. We're gonna have a good time. I love what we do. I just and it's not about me. It's not about you. It's not about Ruben. It's not about anybody. It's about the people that show up with it's for them. You know what I mean? It's for them, because if you keep your story to you, it's no good. You can't. You know what I mean? Your story could change somebody else's life. I met a guy the other. I was in Tampa last Friday and Saturday. I got home today. I was doing an event over there. So I went in. I was talking to a friend of mine. He introduced me to this other guy. His brother's doing 288 years. 288, and his father just got out after serving 27 years. And this guy could have gone down the wrong path, but because he lived in New York, and I mean, he grew up in the hood. You know what I mean? He said, "Look, I had a choice. I had a choice. I could have gone in either direction, and I took the right road." And all his brothers have done time. I think he's got 8 or 10 brothers, and he's the only one that kept it straight. And I listened to a story. I was like, wow, his dad was in jail for 20. And he said, you know why? Because his brother dragged him into it. I mean, his son dragged him into it.
Wow.
So we can be influenced not just by peers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We can influence people in a bad way. And it's, leadership is influenced through action. That's how, that's how we influence people, through action, not just through our words. So I'm excited about it. And I'm sure someone's life is going to be touched. There's no question.
Oh, yeah.
There's no
Listen.
question.
Well, man, I appreciate you, and I'm excited for what's about to take place. And I know you're saying "Go Patriots" in your head, so I mean, it's all good. It's all good.
Yep, that's what I'm doing, buddy. Something. I've been a Patriots fan when they stunk. I'm not a fair weather fan. I've been a fan my whole life. My dad's been a fan. So I stick through it. No matter how good it is or how bad it gets, I am never going to stop being a Patriots fan. And that's
all good.
Talk about, you make a commitment, right?
Yeah.
You make a commitment. How many fair weather fans are there in life, right? There's a lot of fair weather fans.
There is.
They'll go, check it out. They'll go to church when things are going good. But when things are going bad, sometimes they stop going, right?
You stepping on toes.
It ain't working. They think it ain't working, right? So they switch teams. You can't switch teams.
You can't
You
switch
can't switch
teams.
teams.
That's
Nope.
good. That's
Yep.
good.
Yep.
All right, man. Well, I'm gonna let you get out of here and have an awesome week, and we'll talk soon, man.
I want to thank everybody for listening in, and I'm looking forward to meeting a lot
Yes.
of people and changing some lives with you guys.
Yes.
So
Let's do this,
cool,
y'all.
buddy.
I will
We'll make it
I'll
happen.
post I'll post the link once the video is over to the Eventbrite. And man, just so you know, we're gonna do 2 more weeks of at the $60 rate. So lock in now at the $60 rate so you don't have to pay more. But we're also gonna sweeten the deal is if you lock in and you bring somebody else, you're gonna be able to get some money back as well. So lock in while you have a chance and also be able to get some money back. So
Here's what I
we
think you
want
got
to
to
make
look
it
at.
sweet.
Don't look at it as a cost. Look at it as an investment in your future. And I think you have to find the reason
Exactly.
why you have to do it. You know, I'll share a quick story
Yeah.
with you. I don't know. We got a couple minutes,
Yeah.
right?
No, we got it.
Actually, it was Dr. West that shared the story with me. But there was a woman that wanted to take. She had a reason so big at 69 years old. She was from South Korea. She wanted to take her grandchildren to the zoo. The only problem was she didn't have a license. So she said, well, I got to get my license. So she went for a license and she failed. And then she lived in a poor area. She didn't have a lot of money. She didn't fail once. She didn't fail twice. At 700 times she failed. She took the test 5 days a week for over 2 years, Kenston, because she wanted to take her kids to the zoo, right? She had to spend $5 every time and she had to wait to take the bus. And then she failed it. And at 700 times, people started to notice. And then she kept going. Listen to this. She kept going a couple days a week over and over again. And at 960 times, she passed the test. And they said, do you regret it? I said, it cost her $4,800. She didn't have the $4,800. But guess what? She found a way to do it, all because she wanted to take her kids to the zoo. So if you want to change the way things are going, if you have a reason why it's big enough, don't look at the $60 as a cost. Look at it as an investment that could change your life forever. If she's willing to do it for 960 times, can't you show up for one?
That's it. Just one. That's good.
Just one.
That's good.
Yep.
Come on, brothers. Let's go. Let's go. Y'all now y'all see I got a team of Supermen that's coming just for us. And I'm putting us in it because we all a part of it.
We all need it.
We all need it. We all need it. None of us is exempt from it. But because I'm going to be a better man for my son. I'm going to be a better man for my family, my business, and everything else I'm connected to. We got to be determined to be better than we were last year. Why not?
Yep.
Why not?
Yep. We got to be the change.
All right, man.
Cool.
We got to be it.
Get in front. Watch that game.
Take care, man.
Watch the game.
Yes, sir.
Thank you so much.
I will.
We'll talk soon.
All right. Take care, man.
All right, buddy.
Bye. All right. Peace.